Let's get started. It is 11 o'clock here on Central Time. So welcome everybody who's on the camera here, and welcome to our team meeting here. And it is always exciting to see everybody on live Zooms here when we're having our team meeting. And I absolutely love the time right now. It is such an exciting time in Zinzino. You see so many things happening. And so today we have our founder of Zinzino on, and he is going to be telling us a little bit about why it's exciting right here and now and what we should be doing here now. So without further ado, let's welcome on here founder of Zinzino and one-star global president. Hi, Orjan Saele.
Thank you so much, Carla. Good to see everyone. Just really excited about what's going on all across the Zinzino universe today. We're doing so many things at the same time, so it's challenging, but it's fun at the same time. And in family-wise, here over in Norway, we just got our little baby daughter, Anna Rebecca, and she's now 5 weeks old already, and I can't believe she's nearly doubled in size already. And I think that that's a symbol on what's going to happen with your business in the next 90 days time, that will double in size for you as well. And it's so good to see the development, see the love between the older brother, the older sister, and the little one. But don't think that growth comes without any fights, because I can tell you, they both love the new one, but they fight for their right in between themselves, you know? So it's kind of like having your own network marketing Zinzino organization at home with your kids, because when new ones come, we all love them, but then we fight between ourselves because we want to be the next one to rank advance. We want to be the one to own the market. And that's a little bit of fun analogy from my little situation at home.
And Orjan, right now, I mean, there's nothing taken of the market. To be honest, Zinzino hasn't even gotten started with the vision that you have. There's so much, everybody can be the top. Well, you know, there's lots out there.
Absolutely. I completely agree on that. And just to put a few slides behind that. So Zinzino is about the next global wellness trend. And what I think that most people don't realize is what it means. Like when we talk about, and I've been holding up this test hundreds, maybe thousands of times, and I've told about my story about what happened to me, because I was a loyal consumer of omega-3 since I was 7 years old. At the time where I took my first test, I was taking 3 different supplements, 1 vegan, 1 concentrated, and 1 natural, because I knew that omega-3 was important for me. I was on a very special diet. And the reason why was because I'd been battling stomach problems, intestinal problems for 2 years. And then, of course, today I know which score I should have. So if you're brand new on the call, the ideal score between omega-6 and omega-3, which is what we test for, the primary marker is 3 to 1. And then I'm coming in after literally 30 years of consumption of omega-3s, and my score is 10.4 to 1. So I'm like totally way out of balance. And some of you might be laughing, because if you're used to American test results and you've been around for a while, you know that 10 to 1 seems like a good result, because most people today are in their 20, 30, 40 to 1, which is a horrible score. And then I get on this product, the Balance Oil, and today we have it in several formulas, a vegan one, we have it in a normal one, the original one, we have it in capsules, we have it in a water solution, Aqua X. So we've got all of those formulas, and each of them work as well. But literally in 120 days, my life changed. I got my stomach health back, and my second test score gave me a 1.7 to 1. And instantly at that moment, I said, okay, I've been using omega-3 for all of these years, and I thought that I did the right thing. And now I know, black on white, on my blood report, that what I did wasn't good enough. And I live in Norway, so I was eating salmon 3 times a week. I was eating white fish at least 5 times a week. So I was eating more fish than most people eat in a month. I was eating in a week. And in addition to that, I spent $80 a month of omega-3 supplements, and I did not come up with the right result. That was a wake-up call, and it was formed inside of me in 2012 that this would be the next global megatrend. And if you look at this graph here, I see that my number is a little bit off. I downloaded it just before the meeting. The innovation stage of a trend is to 2.5% of the population. And in this case, we're talking about 2.5% of the people already using omega-3, which is 500 million people across the world is buying an omega-3 supplement 1 time or more during a 12-month period of time. So this is the biggest market area for a single nutrition of anything. And when we look at the data, less than 1 million people have actually tested and checked out if the omega-3s that they're taking is working. And when we look at the test result that we have done, and over, I think we're at 560,000 people or something like that now. The number is growing so fast that I can't keep track on it unless I check it daily. And 97% of the people fail the test globally. 97%. So that's 97 out of 100. That means that if you go out and you visit with all of your family, nearly everyone will fail the test. And in the US, if I talk about that market specifically, it's 99% fails the test. So that's 99 out of 100. And then to take it one more step, we believe that by 2050, over 1 billion people will have been tested. We believe that the people, the 500 million that are using omega-3s, will be between the first group. And in addition to them, all the healthy people and those that are using other supplements will be in that initial group of people wanting to test first. And every time somebody tests, what happens is that, well, from an industry standpoint, the consumption of omega-3 goes up 3 times, and the loyalty to the products goes way through the roof because we've got the most loyal customers in the world. And then it also brings in a lot of new consumers because people that were skeptical, should I really take a supplement? When they find out that they can have their blood tested and that will give them an accurate result if they need it or not, they're much more willing to try. So when will we hit like this early adapters, the trendsetter stage? Well, after 2.5% is tested, and out of 500 million people, 2.5%, that's a lot of people, you know. So that's 2.5 million per 100 million, giving us a total of 12.5 million people that will be tested before we actually move into a trendsetter stage. And you're in this company then so early that it's like getting into investing in Apple, not knowing that they're going to launch the iPhone. So you're doing it sometimes in the 90s when they're just this very cool company, which I dearly loved in the 90s too, that is generating computers to make it easy to do printing stuff and make newspapers and all of those things that used to be the hot thing before the internet. That's kind of like the timing right now. And in total, or industry of omega-3s is 40 billion. We believe that in the next 30 years, it'll grow to over 200 billion. And Zinzino will in that become the market leader. And we expect to take probably up towards a 20% market share on this. So I'm not going to do any presentation on the comp plan here. So I'm going to leave it there. So that's what's happening. That's why I'm excited. And that because I know that in the next 30 years, what we do today will be the new normal. That's what everyone will be doing. and we're ahead of everyone. And every time a company is ahead of everyone and have the a capability of doing a complete global expansion and show growth, they usually take 15 to 20% of the total new market share as the new industry, test-based nutrition, is developing. And remember, I only talked about test-based on omegas right now. There is about 150 more biomarkers that will be released in the future. So it's a lot more testing than just omegas if you go 5-10 years into the future. And it will be combined with technology. And I just got yesterday the coolest thing that I've gotten to my home in my entire life that I'm checking out as a potential new product in Zinzino as well. So I'm on fire.
You can't stop there. We want to hear more, Orjan.
Of course I have to stop there. I came yesterday. I'm excited about it, but I don't know if it works. But if it's anywhere close to what the inventor says, it's something that every one of you will be using on a daily basis. And I think the rest of the planet, together with our health protocol, will be using that.
Okay, now you got us all up and running here. Amazing. I'm looking forward to hearing about that. Any news of how long we're going to hear about that? We got some events coming, maybe there.
No, not the event. We have another news for the event, which it's like we're trailing behind. It's a release of a new product that is a revolution in and of itself. We took on the omega industry. We've made the biggest revolution in that since it was discovered. I'm not using small words today because when we're at the size that we are today, when we're testing the number of people that we are today, we don't need to be shy and modest anymore. We can say it like it is. We caused a revolution in this industry of omega-3s, and now we're taking on a new one. And that product is second day of production of the raw material is done, but then we gotta get it to our factory and put it into the final form, and that's going to probably take about 90 days. We are contemplating, do we release it at the event for pre-sales, or do we wait to the 1st of December and release it then? We haven't decided yet, but it's a patented technology that completely revolutionizes a product that most people have in their kitchen already.
Ooh, Orjan. I'm excited about that. And I can tell that you're excited about that. And I think that's what gets everybody so excited.
Yeah, that's been my baby. That's been my baby for about a year now. So finally, we're going to give birth to a product baby as well. So we're giving birth to babies here at home. And then we are getting product babies too. And then next year, we've got some of the greatest science work that Paul have done coming up. And we'll go head to head in a field where drug companies today are fighting to get position because they believe that these drugs will be some of the most best-selling drugs in the future. And we're going head to head with them, developing a natural solution for that. And Paul has probably told about that before, but I'm not releasing any information before it comes out. So that's next year's launch together with this new device that I got. So without all of those news things, news is there to excite us, you know. If you need news to be kind of and teased and encouraged and stuff like that. But just the fact that what we have is a completely aha moment for 500 million people already spending money on omega-3s, and their life is forever changed after they take a test, and their health is forever changed after they take the balance oil for 4 months and do a test again. And if you combine that with a full health protocol, it's the absolute best stuff that you can do for your body out there. And it's something that everyone should be on. So this product, so full health protocol is more for adults, but the balance oil is for everyone. So our little girl, she's 5 weeks now. When she turns about 5 months, that's when she will start taking the balance oil. And it's something that she will be using hopefully until she is 120 years old and still thriving.
We love it. And we love to see everything about your family and to hear about both the babies and your new babies. And we're looking forward to hearing more about that. Well, thanks, Orjan. Now, you know, people are wanting to say, okay, as you said, how to get the biggest piece of the cake, or, you know, so what is it people need to be working on right now? You know, I know the event is coming up. How important is that? What do they need to be doing right now to be getting the maximum out of their business?
And this is a very good point, because we can get excited about it, but if you don't do anything about it, it doesn't help us anything. So that excitement is just there to lift our mood so that we dare to take action on it. And I did mention Apple, and it's one of my favorite companies. I've been a customer since the 90s, and I had some insight into Apple when they were still called Macintosh, that most people in the world didn't have, because my roommate at school in 1993, his father worked back to back with Steve Jobs. And when he came home, they had a computer that talked to them. So the first version of Siri was there, and I got to know about it in 1993. I didn't know really who Steve Jobs was because it wasn't that famous back then. But he talked about this and how everything would be so different in the future, where he said that, you know, in the future, you'll come into the house, the computer will run everything, you'll turn on and off the light with the computer, which was what they used this computer for, was turning on and off the light in 1993. And I did not buy even one single Apple share. What if I just had gotten 1,000 of them? I think they've gone up 1,600 times since then. So that's 1,000 times 1,600. That's a lot of money, you know. What if I would have gotten like 10,000 Apple shares back then? You know, that'd be a significant amount of money. And I didn't take that action, even though I believed. And it's so easy to be sitting on an incredible opportunity, believing in it, be fully committed, and not being able to bring yourself to be taking action. And furthermore, in addition, bringing yourself to be taking action, bring yourself to fully believe your feelings. Because that's why you don't do the investments when you believe in something. It's because you don't fully believe your feelings. You question, well, can really we be so lucky that we're sitting on this kind of a gold mine? Can really we be so lucky that this corporate team will not let us down? Can we really trust that these founders will still be around and won't sell out when they make a couple of 100 million? Can we really know that this is the thing that is going to be there? Can we really know that these products are going to keep on innovating, keep on becoming better? Can we really trust that we're going to be that company that puts a dent in the universe and changes the status quo, and the world is forever changed because of the test-based nutrition megatrend? And it's bringing yourself to believe in those things. And I'm saying it's bringing yourself, because unless we surround ourselves with people that are talking belief into us, we won't believe in it. Because belief comes from the hearing and the affirmation and the positive input of people around us. And it could be also from studying, like books, magazines. It could be from listening, and could be from going on the internet, finding out what's cutting edge. And every time I go and listen to a doctor on YouTube today, I don't even know who they are, but they will be talking about detoxification of your cell. Well, what does that really mean? It's exchanging the bad fat for the good fat, so you don't have hard and rigid cell membranes anymore. That's what they talk about. And then they talk about the microbiome, and then they talk about microbiome, and then they talk about the microbiome. And we've been dealing with this and developed most advanced strategy to do this before. And then they talk about beta-glucans, then they talk about the lost nutrients. They talk about our health protocol all the time. And when I listen to all of that, I say, there is somewhat a silly intervention, because what they're talking about is picking like 8 or 10 products to try to do half of what the health protocol is doing. And if you listen to 5 of the doctors, you got all of what Dr. Paul is teaching in about 15 minutes. And I got to listen for like 5 hours to get what he is putting together in 15 minutes and changing lives across the globe. So you got to go out there, listen, get the information, and then stay close to the people that are really driving Zinzino and believing in Zinzino, because then you believe, and that's when you take action. And it would be absolutely crazy not to finish this month with 10 action points just to prove it to yourself, because 10 action points gives you so many values. First of all, it gives you more customers. Second of all, it potentially gives you more partners. If you got more customers, that means that you've paid more money. So you get the cash bonus, but you also get more free products. You also get closer to A team, or closer to pro team, or closer to top team, or closer to the trip. So all of those are values. If you brought in more partners, it creates duplication. So they're getting customers. So you're starting to create a portfolio where you get paid for work that you haven't done yet, or some of them will bring in a customer on their own without you assisting, which means that you got paid without spending any hours at all, which is incredible. So that's like the obvious reasons why you always do the action point campaigns when they're out there. And then you get 200% ECB, and maybe those credits is enough to bring you to a high rank, or an all-time high rank, or even a new rank, which is very exciting. So go and get all of the action points. And if you can, go diamond this month. Have a closing in these 4 to 5 days like no one else. Hit diamond and join our diamond training on the 1st of October, because there we will be launching some really cool events or campaign stuff for the October. And remember, Zinzino, we have 12 months out of the year. We do a lot of cool stuff, a lot of campaigns, but everyone that have been to any of our annual events, which have been now for 15 years, they know that in the annual event, we do more campaigns than any other month out of the year. And that's when we bring out the new stuff, the kind of campaigns that you didn't expect, the things that you did not know about, and that you didn't know that we would come up with. And this year, we've changed it around just a little bit, because we have a virtual event instead of physically meeting in Globen in Sweden, which we've done so many times before. So we decided to move the diamond training from being the Thursday before the event, or Friday before the event, to being on the 1st of the month, then release 2 of the campaigns for the month on the 1st to the diamonds. They will be brought out to you in paperwork afterwards. Get the diamonds really excited. Have a super strong plan for the diamonds to go direct or during the month of October. And then when we come to the 16th, 17th, and we have the virtual event, which we will pack with as many people possible, hopefully we'll reach 5,000 people. And there we will launch that second crazy campaign. So the most crazy, I think we're launching on the 1st, but then the second craziest will be on the 16th, 17th, and that will run to the end of the month. And October will bring us to a new all-time high by probably 20-30%. So yes, I'm excited.
That's exciting. And actually, when you have something so exciting that you're telling us about on the 1st of October, right now is the time to really get in and work really hard, because the more action you have happening between now and 1st of October, that makes exponential difference. That's one thing.
The closer you are to your goals when you end the month, the more benefited you will be from the campaigns we release at the beginning of the month. So that's a very important principle to understand, that we wouldn't do anything that wasn't good for you. So the closer you are, the more benefited you will be.
And the bigger piece of the pie that you have in the end is what we've been saying the entire time. This is going to be a great big pie, Orjan.
Well, the pie, like you look at the numbers, 500 million existing consumers today, like 97% of them fail the test, which means that they spend the money on omega-3s, nearly cost them no difference to switch. That's the immediate market. Another billion people are using some form of nutritional supplement. 97% of them also fails the test. In the US, 99%. And they will be hugely benefited from taking this product because know they will get a different value out of the spending that they do on regular nutrition. Because again, if you don't have the right fats in your cell membrane and it's hard and rigid, nutrients come in slowly and waste comes out slowly. When we balance it, then nutrients comes in easily, so all your other supplements, and waste comes out easily, so you don't have waste material inside, and that makes the difference. Hey guys, my time is up. I've got 4 minutes to log on to the next Zoom, which I'm doing with some people from the US and Hungary, so that's going to be very exciting.
Well, thank you, Orjan, for your time. Let's all say a great thank you from everybody here. Thanks so much, Orjan, as we can all see you. It's like our clapping system.
Thank you so much. And let's take massive action and close out the month.
Thank you so much. So you heard it, guys. You heard how exciting this is. It is time to really start today to make your plan to finish this month as absolutely strong as you can, and make sure everybody in your team does the exact same thing. And make sure you're on that call. There's everybody here. You don't need to be diamond. There's rules of different things of how to get on that call the 1st of October. You want to be on it. I guarantee it. So have an amazing day, guys, everybody. Talk to you later. Have a great day. See you next week.
Bye. Bye.